Hey guys, today's video is finally my 2017 makeup collection. I'm going to go through and show you everything I have in my stash, and just so you know, I will also be linking all of my furniture items that you see and all of the acrylic makeup storage pieces I have in the description box for you guys. If I forget anything or you have any questions at all, please feel free to comment them below and I will get back to you. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you do enjoy it, and if you're a new face, hello and welcome. Please do subscribe before you leave. Let's get into it. So we'll start with this section of my vanity. This is all of my go-to, most used daily makeup products, and everything is in this beautiful acrylic stand, which is by Vanity Collections. So I'm just going to get stuck into showing you exactly what is in here. So this first item is a Tarte highlighter in the shade Stunner. Then we have one of my favorite MAC blushes, which is in the shade New Romance. I have this Mariah Carey blush, which is in the shade Sweet Sweet Fantasy, and this was a limited edition MAC and Mariah Carey collab product. The Tarte blush in the shade Blissful. Then I have my favorite bronzers, which are by Too Faced. This first one is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer in the shade Medium Deep. Sun Bunny bronzer, which is a two-tone bronzer, and it is so beautiful. I would highly recommend both of those. They are stunning. The Beach Bunny bronzer, which is like 4 shades. Then I have one of my new all-time favorite blushes. This is a California blush by Benefit. It is a really beautiful pinky, peachy coral color. Then I have some more of my favorite MAC products. This is a soft and gentle skin finish, which is a highlighter. It's an oldie but a goodie. I've got one mineralized skin finish in the shade Light, and I've got another one in the shade Medium. Highlighter in the shade Double Gleam. It's a really beautiful creamy shade. I've got a Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow palette. I love this palette too. Papa Don't Peach blush in here as well. I've got a Cover FX Click Stick Peach Corrector. This is a really great peach tone corrector if you're looking for one for under your eyes or anything like that. Benefit products up the back here if I can ever get them out. I've got the Ka-Brow and the Gimme Brow. Then up on this very back row, I have my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Water, Benefit's Professional Primer, the Too Faced Hangover Primer, my all-time #1 Holy Grail favorite foundation, which is Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation in the shade 120, also known as Y245. I use that all the time because it's my favorite. My new favorite lip products, which is the Tarte Glossy Lip Paint in the shade Hella. It is an amazing nude. Freaking love that so much. My Clinique Chubby Contour Stick, 2 Urban Decay All Nighter concealers. I've got my Maybelline Volume Colossal Mascara, my Bare Minerals concealer, my Tarte Shape Tape concealers. I've got one in fair neutral and one in light neutral. They are super full coverage. They're also amazing. I've got some more Benefit products. So I've got the 3D brow tones. I've got some Precisely My brow pencils, and also the Goof Proof brow pencil because Benefit is life. I love their products so much. Then I've also got a Ardell brow pencil, a NYX micro brow, my Duo lash glue, that's my favorite lash adhesive. I've got a Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've got an Australis little pencil, that's what I always use to line my lash line. And then I've got the Tarte Lip Facial. So it's like a exfoliating lip product. It's amazing. It's my favorite lip scrub actually. Then behind that I've got just a mirror. As you guys can see, just a mirror, and it's just sitting on a candelabra. The candelabra is from a homeware store called House, I believe, and then the actual mirror is from Howard's Storage Solutions or something. Then I've got a bunch of my copper brushes from Sigma up the back there, and they're just in an old glass house candle. So once you've used a candle, you can wash out the jars and reuse the jars. And that is everything in that little corner. So in the left-hand corner of my vanity, I have this brush holder, which is from Vanity Collections. So I have all of my Sigma brushes in here. Sigma brushes is all I use these days. I am a Sigma affiliate, so I'm very lucky and grateful to be gifted a lot of Sigma products, including their brushes. So I'm literally stocked for life when it comes to brushes. Then behind them, I have just these empty boxes, which are just Mecca boxes from when I've made makeup orders, and these are their Christmas limited edition boxes. I also have 2 of my very dirty 3D HD blenders. That's because I've been using them every day since I got them. Then I have this mug that my sister gave me, and it has all my lip liners in it. Then I've got my Benefit mirror. This Benefit mirror is so beautiful. I got it gifted to me last year sometime from Benefit. So next up we have my Ikea Alex 5 drawer. Now out of the 2 drawers, this is actually the only set of drawers that has makeup in it. The top drawer isn't overly exciting. It's pretty empty. It's just my singles shadows drawer. So I've got my ColourPop singles along here, my Stila new liquid metal eyeshadow things. These are incredible. If you haven't tried them, you need them. Other than that, there's just a few little bits and bobs. Nothing overly interesting in that drawer. But the next drawers, girl, oh my gosh, this is all my compacts. So all my blushes, all my bronzers, and all my highlighters. Now these dividers that are in this entire drawer unit are all from Vanity collections as well. You can actually buy them in a pack. So I have in this front little section all my other MAC blushes, the Tarte Exposed highlighter. This is a gorgeous goldy colored highlight. These are all Tarte blushes. Too Faced blush. This is one of their baked blushes. This is a gorgeous product as well. Then I have a Sigma Aura powder. I have a Milani blush, and I have a Physicians Formula blush up the back there. Then here I have some of my Too Faced Love Flush blushes, all my Becca highlighters, some Gerard Cosmetic highlighters. Then up the back there I actually have a Bobbi Brown highlight, and this is a gorgeous shade. This is like a pinky peachy iridescent highlighter, and ColourPop ones right up the back too. Bahama Mama by The Balm, my Old Faithful NARS Laguna, an Hourglass powder actually. This is the Ethereal Light powder. Oh damn, I need to use this more often. My Tarte Amazonian Clay, is it? No, Park Avenue Princess bronzer. The Too Faced Baked Luminous Glow bronzer. Now girl, this on top of your normal powder bronzer, holy crapola. Then we have the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is an oldie but a goodie. As you can see, I hit pan. That's how you know you really love a product, is when you actually hit pan on it. Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Powder. 2 of the Hourglass Strobe Light powders. These 2 colors are quite similar actually. I've got Iridescent Strobe and Incandescent. They are nearly identical, so if you're looking at buying one, just get one. Don't waste your money buying the 2 because they are that similar. Then moving on to drawer number 3, we have all of my face palettes. This drawer is another one of my favorite drawers. I love face palettes. I've got my Benefit Cheekathon palette. This is such a gorgeous palette. Such a shame it was limited edition. I feel like it should have definitely been a permanent palette. My NYX Contour and Highlight Pro Palette, Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in the shade Fair, and these shades are such good shades, you guys. The Urban Decay Gwen Stefani face palette. I love this palette too. It is so good. The shades are gorgeous. My Revlon and Chloe Morello Sculpt and Highlight Contour Kit. This is another really, really great palette, and this is a drugstore version. Now, it's currently only available in Australia, but I did hear Chloe Morello mention that she's trying to talk to Revlon about bringing it out in other countries as well. Then I've got my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. Now, one of my very first YouTube videos was actually reviewing this palette, and it probably needs to be thrown out. Even though I have a lot of product in it, I can see where the powders sort of have like some build up on them, and that's usually a sign that your makeup's expired, but I just seem to be holding on to it. I don't know why. A Tarte blush palette. This was a limited edition blush palette for Christmas, I believe in 2015. 2 Hourglass Ambient palettes, which are also limited edition Christmas palettes. Can you guys tell that Christmas time is when I do most of my damage with makeup, because they bring out so many good palettes. Then this one is from, I think, 2 Christmases ago, and yet again, another really gorgeous palette. Then this is the Tarte's blush palette. I believe this was also limited edition for Christmas last year. Then I have my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Cream Bronzer. This is such an amazing product. It looks like I've hardly touched it, when in reality I have used it so much. Here I have a Smashbox contour kit. This is one of my first high-end purchase products. I used to love this little contour kit. Haven't touched it in a while. It's probably actually nearly expired. And then I've got my Urban Decay powder, which I'm pretty sure that's expired because it's got some gunk buildup on it. I don't know why I'm holding on to that either. I used to use that to set my face all the time. Then I have some Revlon Photo Finish powders. And then onto the next drawer, this is all my foundations, concealers, and priming products. So at the front here, I actually have some blush and contouring sticks sitting in this section here. I've got a primer there. I've got the Benefit, whoa, don't smash it, Hannah. The Benefit Dandelion Shy Beam, which I haven't actually tried yet. I've got my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick, some Cover FX drops, my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I've got a bunch of Maybelline's concealers. This used to be my all-time favorite. I've got the whole Too Faced Born This Way collection of concealers. I was very generously gifted those. Then I've got all my LA Girl Pro concealers, a L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I purchased this when I was in LA last year and I still have not tried it out. I've been meaning to do a foundation first impressions on it and I just have not gotten around to using it. So I need to pull my finger out and do that. I've got my Revlon Photo Ready foundation. This used to be my favorite foundation. I haven't used it in so long, but I have 2 bottles there. And then I've got the Color Stay as well. That was another one of my favorites. I've got the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I'm going to be doing a review on that really soon too. 2 different shades in my Makeup Forever Ultra HD liquid foundation up here. Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Ivory. The Becca Aqualuminous foundation. Urban Decay All Nighter up the back here. Got a MAC loose powder and I've got the L'Oreal Cushion foundation. I haven't tried this one yet either. I got that to do a first impressions too. I've got the Maybelline Fit Me foundations here. Benefit's new Professional makeup. So now onto the lucky last drawer. This is all of my eyeshadow palettes. So I've got some Chi Chi ones up the front here, drugstore ones. My Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. And one of my all-time favorites is actually the Naked 3 palette. It has such beautiful pinky purpley tones. Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. A lot of people say this is overrated and they feel like it's overhyped. I totally disagree. This is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. Not only do I love the smell of it, but I think the formulation of these shadows are the best formulation I've ever tried out of all of Too Faced shadows. I don't know why people hate it so much. I seriously love it. I think it's amazing. Then I also have the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, where I do find the formulation to be a little bit different in this compared to the Too Faced Sweet Peach. The Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Now this one, I'm not gonna lie, I really have not reached much for. It's one of the first high-end eyeshadow palettes I purchased for myself and I used it a few times when I first got it and then I've kind of just not really used it since. I have the Tarte's Pro To Go palette. This is a new one. Guys, the shades in this are beautiful. If you're looking to try some Tarte eyeshadows and you don't really know which to get, I would highly recommend picking up this little one. It is so good and so great for travel. I'm going to do a get ready with me video using this really soon for you guys. Then I have the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. This was one of my most used palettes back in the day too. And I have my Kylie Cosmetics Burgundy palette. This is one of my top 5 palettes of all time. If you're going to buy any of her eyeshadow palettes, this is the one I would recommend. I've also got Kylie's Bronze palette. The one palette I would recommend spending the cash on is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Far out, I love this palette. It is so gorgeous. I've gotten so much use out of it ever since I got it. Oh my gosh, the packaging just kills me. Another one of my top 5 favorite palettes of all time is Manny and Makeup Geek's palette collaboration. Then we have the Gwen Stefani and Urban Decay palette. I need to definitely reach for this a little bit more often as well. I have Shanaxo's palette with BH Cosmetics that has the lipsticks in one side and the eyeshadows in the other. I have the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, but I can't actually get it out without taking out all those eyeshadows. But yeah, it's a really colourful palette and that's it for that drawer. So on the bottom of my bookshelf, I have this makeup box cube, which is from the Makeup Box shop. And I've got all of my new MAC Cosmetics products in here that I hauled recently. So what I'll do is I'll link that haul below rather than going through it all to save time. Then in this top drawer, I just have all of my eyeliner pencils. There's a bunch of Makeup Geek up the back there. Some NYX ones, some eyelid primers, some Ardell lashes, some duo glue, and that's about it. Then in this top little flippy section, I just have my Too Faced Mr. Right brush and I have some of the Kylie Cosmetics little cards that you get in your orders. Then to the left, I have this candle that the beautiful Ebony at Real You gave me. Then I've got some of my Loving Tan bronze shimmer product up the back there. Then I have this little lip gloss holder, which is actually from Vanity collections as well. It's a part of one of their little lip gloss drawer sets, and I've got all of the Too Faced Peach lip oils. I've got some of Bare Minerals new liquid lipsticks, and I've also got Sigma's cool holographic lip gloss things up the back. So on this shelf, I have this large compact holder, which is from Vanity Collections. And in here, I just have a bunch of my Kylie Cosmetics lip kits. I've got the Valentine's Day one, and I've got the Cocoa collection along the side here. And I've got one of the little Kiss Me quad limited edition sets sitting at the front there, but that's what's in that. Then this gold candle was a limited edition Valentine's Day candle, I believe, from Glass House. Then this palette stand is also from Vanity Collections, and it holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 palettes. And it's great for any palettes that you have that are too large to fit in your Ikea Alex drawers. So up the front, I have the Jaclyn Hill and Becca Champagne palette. Then I just have the box that it came in there. Then I have Kylie's Diary, which is the Valentine's Day palette. It is very bright, very pink, very gorgeous. I love the formulation of the shadows in that palette. Then I have all of my Makeup Geek shadows in a Z palette now. I'm just obsessed with their foil ones in particular, I should say. Then I have a bunch of Morphe single shadows in this particular palette. They're actually really nice. They're not my all-time favorite shadow formulation, but they are very nice. So I wouldn't recommend not buying them, but I would rather spend extra money and buy Makeup Geek, for example. Then this next extra large Z palette is also all Makeup Geek shadows. There's a bunch of matte shades and also some shimmers in there. Then I have the Too Faced little black book up the back, and then I have the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. This was a limited edition palette, and it is so stunning. Then on this shelf, I have this little jewelry box, which is actually from Pillow Talk, which is a store that sells bed linen and stuff. So I got it from there, and I also got the jewelry stand from Pillow Talk too. So I just have some of my little bits and bobs in there, and I've got some of my favorite perfumes. This is a new one, and this is it's Mont Black Lady Emblem Elixir. Then I have my Chance by Chanel. I have Lady Gaga's perfume there, Rihanna's Rebel Fleur. I have my only YSL lipstick in the shade 9, I think it is. Then I have Morphe's bling brushes. Then I have all of my Kylie lip kits and lip glosses, my favorite, most used ones. They're like all the nudie, neutral, pinky tone ones. Then I have one of my all-time favorite perfumes, which is Hypnose by Lancome Paris. So then on top of my Alex 9 drawers, I have this little setup. I've got this pink box, which is actually had perfume in it. It had the Ariana Grande perfume in it, so it's like a little gift set box. Then I've got this acrylic organizer, which is by Kit Cosmetics. And in this, I just have all of my most favorite packaged products, pretty much. So I've got the Too Faced Ross and Rachel Soulmate Blush and Bronzer. I literally bought this just for the packaging, just to put on display. And then, of course, I've got the amazing Mariah Carey and MAC collaboration lipsticks. These lipsticks are that insanely beautiful. The packaging is out of this world. I'm so glad I managed to pick some up, and I got some doubles as well, so that's why I have a few up in this organizer. My favorite shade would have to be Darling. Then I've got the Mariah Carey and MAC lip gloss collaborations. And then I've got some of Kylie's holiday collection lip products. So I've got some liquid lipsticks and some of her lip glosses and metallic lip products up the back there. And then I've got some chokers. This one is from Fawn Star, and then this one sitting down here is just from Colette. Then I have this little tray which I just put like eye drops, false lashes, pins, rings, jewelry, any of that sort of stuff in, and that's it for that little section. Okay, so I'm going to pretty much really cruise through these drawers because they're not very organized. But in this top drawer, I have a bunch of new makeup that I need to try out. So I've got like the Tarte, the original Tartelette palette. I've got mascaras. I've got some powders. I've got some eyeliners by Marc Jacobs. I've got some other lipsticks, and I've got some more Tarte products. The second drawer is my spare makeup brushes drawer. So this is all of my spare Sigma brushes. I do have this awesome brush case too. This is empty though. I emptied all the brushes out of it, but it's great for traveling. So next time I go overseas, I can pop all of my Sigma brushes in there and they won't get ruined in the travel. These next two drawers are just skincare, so nothing too exciting. Not going to go through all that. I have a lot of skincare products to try out. So this next drawer is actually my eyelash drawer. So I've got all my favorite Ardell lashes in here. I've got some Backstage lashes. This is a UK brand, and their lashes are actually so beautiful, guys. I would highly recommend checking them out. But I've got my faves there. I've got a bunch of Danny Mansuti's lashes, which I purchased forever ago. I actually have not ever tried them, and I think I'm going to give them away. Next, I have all my nail polishes in that drawer, and I got the acrylic nail polish holder from Howard's Storage, and I got the plastic tray that's here from Big W. In here I have just a bunch of empty boxes. Actually, these have nothing in them. I don't know why I have them. And then I have a bunch of products that I haven't used in the bottom here, but I'm not even going to go through them. Now this next drawer is my lipstick drawer. So these dividers are all from Vanity collections as well. You can buy the lipstick drawer set as a pack, and I've got a bunch of different products in here. I've got some NYX butter glosses. I've got some Sigma Power Stick lipsticks in here. I've got a bunch of the Too Faced melted matte lipsticks. I've got some Tarte lip paints. I've got some Dose of Color liquid lipsticks. I've got some Gerard Cosmetics bullets in here, some ColourPop up the back, and I've got more Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, and also the Supreme lip creams up the back. And yeah, that's a lipstick drawer. And then lastly, this is just like a junk drawer. It's just got some more spare makeup brushes by different brands. Here's another individual eyeshadow tray from Vanity Collections. This one is actually from Ikea. So in the corner, I have this little bag which has a bunch of new products that I either need to haul or take pictures of, or that I want to talk about. And I've got a bunch of my recent deliveries just still sitting in the boxes in the corner there as well. And then also, just so you guys know, my other Alex drawers, I don't actually have any makeup in them, which is why I didn't show you anything in there. There's just technology stuff. So I've got like chargers and camera related equipment in that set of drawers. So guys, that is my entire makeup collection. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the goodies I have in my stash. If you have any questions at all, please do comment them below. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave me a like, and of course subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be talking to you really soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.